have a problem. It's a Gundam.
The most annoying and fearful enemy in the universe. The Gundams.
It's a Gundam!
Well, my poor Barbados high grade has died. He fell off the bookshelf, destroyed his leg, destroyed his beautiful face. And I can't find the parts for his head that I'm missing, so I might have to purchase another one. Like and subscribe to give Barbados your sympathies. Rest in peace, Barbados. And with that, we're building the leg of the Master Grade Sinanju. So I already built the right leg off camera. So now we're gonna go forward and build the left leg. This honestly took a little bit over 2 hours. There's a lot of parts that you guys can't see. It's all under the hood. It's surprisingly very, very solid. A lot of people were complaining that it's fragile. Nope, I haven't had any issues. As you can see, it stands perfectly. We got some good flexion. So, double joint. So, let's start the build, shall we? Oh, and just for a live comparison, guys. The leg of the Sinanju is taller than the high-grade Barbados. I can't wait to put them together. He's probably going to be like, yeah, about this tall, most likely. That's crazy. That's awesome. So I'm not going to be doing the full assembly of like the inner frame and everything. I'll just do the important part. That way videos go faster and smoother. So we're going to assemble these three parts, well, these two parts that we built, and this is going to tie everything together. So first, close this part like so. And then this part's going to go right over here. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned it before, but right now what we are building is the foot, and then we seal the deal. Whoa. Make sure your parts line up, of course. There you go. That's the ankle part, heel, toe, and we're just getting started. So there's an important part for the ankle. I'm just going to show you in case you guys have a hard time doing it, or it's a little bit tricky, but nothing extreme. So you start out by putting this part in, and then you top it with this part. And I would recommend sliding the ankle part back a little bit and then pushing the ball part into the hole. And there you go. Some good flexion. This is a very, very intricate model. As you can see, the ankle left and right, forward and backwards. There are tons of pieces on this. This will take you hours to assemble the entire Master Grade Sinanju. All right, so let's go ahead and put these together. So bottom of the shoe. And then the toe part snaps right in there. And your Sinanju can tap his toe to the beat of the music. As you can see, the Sinanju has no beat, no rhythm. Alright, let's layer up the foot. So we got some more nice black, and then we add the heel. So, and we squeeze it in place. Coming together, huh? Okay, so now we're going to add the outer parts of the boot. It is a little bit harder for me to do because I'm looking at the model while at the same time looking at the camera to make sure that the kit is in frame for you guys to see. Right, and then one more piece of accent for the boot, if you know what I'm talking about. All right. Awesome. So this is one of the wackest parts. So you're going to want to hold the pieces like that. And you're going to make sure that it snaps. If you don't hear the snap, you didn't do it properly. So it's right at the bottom, right there. And then I'm telling you, these are the fun parts. So right now we're working on the knee area. And I would highly recommend, after a bit of experience building high grade, real grade, and now master grade, always, unless indicated otherwise in the instructions, start with the legs. The legs will always take you the longest. So as cool as this looks, all of this, all the work we're doing will be hidden underneath the red coating. I forgot to record the assembly of this. I was like, So we put the side calves, we put the rear thruster on. So I did do a lot of work off camera, unfortunately, and I'm not going to undo all that work just to get the recording. I did grab a bunch of screenshots, so I'll fill it in over here. All right, so now we're going to attach some of the outer plating. So you're going to want to bend the leg back. Slide. It is a little bit tricky. And then seal it. All right, so we got the top part. And now for the next part. So this is what the gold parts are, but I used the gold Gundam markers. So this is GM 178, and this is what they end up looking like. It does actually have a shine, so it looks better than the yellow. So let's go ahead and put them on. There's the first. And then we have both pieces. Looks very nice, right? Looks very, very nice. Very nice. And then we take this red part, turn it upside down, and it's going to go okay, perfect. And then a lot easier, and as you can see. So the kit that I'm making is the one with the blue Bandai logo. So apparently there is also a red Bandai logo, and apparently those ones are the older prints, which are much harder and more fragile, I guess, from what I heard. But we're not done yet. All right, so I know some of you guys love watching me put on the stickers, especially if I am struggling. Look at that. On the first attempt. Eat it, X-Raver. Eat it. All right. Okay. So that's the first sticker. Now the other side. So these are the stickers, and the numbers are all in Japanese. Okay. Can I apply this one on the first go? Okay, perfect. So I'm looking for some good quality chrome markers for plastic models, because I would have liked this to have the gold to have been more shiny. Like imagine like this. So if you guys have a good recommendation for that, let me know and I will pick some up. All right, then this tiny piece over here goes on the top peg. Shut up, peg. And then this, the part that we put the sticker on, the point side up. So you find the groove and you slide it right in there. Okay. It is coming along, guys. It's coming along. And now we insert this flap on the bottom over here. And then we take this part and attach it right over here to the part that rises. So this will be important for placing later parts. Nice and snug. So when you build this part over here, you're going to slide it into the spot over there. And then you're going to push it down and this part will go in. You're going to attach another part, red part, on top of that afterwards. But next, and then we keep on layering the plates. More plates, more dates. More gunpla, less dates. More plates, more dates. More gunpla, less dates. Is that true, chat? Is that true? All right. Looking great. If you guys also work out, let me know in the comments. Extra thumbs up for you guys. Look at that flexion. So now on this side, unlike this side, it doesn't have one of these openings. So we got to seal it. And you got to make sure that this part is on the top. And then we add more plates. All right. Coming along. And of course we have the stickers. The fun part. Completely wrong. All right, that's good enough. So like I said, these ones I'm only doing temporary. I will eventually be doing detailing with paint at some year. All right. Okay, so now we're going to attach these gold stickered plates. All right, and now we're going to add some of the outer platings. First layer. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Put a bit of pressure and you'll hear the snap. You're good. Still making sure that these parts are able to open and close. And then we take the kneecap. Now this part might take you a couple of tries to find the hole, but there it is. So you assemble the joint part over here, make sure that they are properly aligned, because this does not come apart once you commit. So we are at the finishing steps. So now you're going to attach, but first make sure you attach the thrusters. And then line everything up. I don't know why it shows you to insert it like that, but it is a little bit loose. And then you attach this to that peg there. You will hear the Thanos snap, and you will see that you could separate. And then I would recommend putting the ball joint first before the other part. And then finally, for you foot fetishists, we insert his foot. You got a good snap. And now we have assembled both legs of the Master Grade Sinanju. So as you can see here, he's got two legs. That's why we always call him Two Legs Sinanju. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're not part of the Xeon Insiders. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to kick it up a notch and work on the next part, which will be the waist. All right, so now we're working on the waist. So we're going to attach multiple parts together. We want to make sure that this part is pointing like this. So you do that twice, so with this part. And then we take this piece with the red, and we're going to put all three parts together. So this goes into the corner peg right there. And then we take this part, line everything up. And sandwich everything together. And then we cap this part right here. So making sure that this part is facing forward. And then we take this boot-looking piece, and we put it right there. And then the third part, we attach right like that. All right, and then we slide this part. So keep in mind, again, I painted this gold. Originally, it was crappy looking yellow. Much nicer. And you slide in place. There you go. A little bit of Gundam elbow grease. And the stickers, huh? Right, there you go. So, understanding this picture, what is a little bit complicated. So I'm going to do my best to try and explain it. But it's, yeah, it's not going to be very, very clear when you look at it. So the easiest way to do it would be to start with the bottom piece. Right, and these two top holes, you're going to put these pegs through them. Like so. So you're going to have the outer skirt like that. And then you put this part in, making sure the pegs all align. All right, and there we've got that flap. And then we put these parts this part right in, and there you go. You got your There you go, you've got your exhaust. Right, so now we're going to put these parts together. So we start with this part, and we shelf it right there. And then we take the other part, check out the pins, match them up, and sandwich everything in, nothing escapes. Not a sliver of air or light will get through. This is the destroyer of possibility, Sinanju. But luckily, this part here will overlap it, and this is not going anywhere now. Phew! And now is the winter of our discontent. The part where we're going to be threading 8 of these through this spring over here, and try not to lose any of these tiny pieces in the process. So the best way to do it is you attach the spring part to this end right here, and you slowly thread it. Almost lost one. Okay, so this is why I said in my short video to always have, for the small parts, you know, I could clean this up, but I don't want to risk dropping any of them. So we take one of these parts here, and we will carefully, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. First one completed. All right, both sides done. Doing, 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 doing. Never cross swords. Doing, 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 doing. Right, that's enough of that. Next. Okay, so this took a little bit of maneuvering to get it through, but the best way, well, actually the easiest way to do it is you're going to start by the back skirt, the back flap, and you're going to attach it here. Very simple, very easy to understand, right? And then you're going to take this part, and if you can start by putting this over here and then attaching the pipe to this part, but these things, because they spin, they're going to give you a very hard time. So very simple, Just insert the peg into the hole. Without losing your... So this way is easier, but it's still a bit tricky to maneuver. Okay, I think I got it. And then you reach it around and you... There you go. Beautiful. So we got the skirt. So everything has freedom of mobility, the mobile suit, Sinanju, Master Grade. So now we're going to put everything together. And this will be very fun. I can't wait to see what it looks like assembled. We still have the accessories like the back, the shield, and the rifle, but we'll get to that. All right, so now we're going to do the finishing touches for the Master Grade Sinanju. So we're going to complete the waist by adding the side flaps, and then we're going to put everything together. Hope you guys have been enjoying this video. If you have, please solid like and subscribe. All right, so now we're going to turn these random pieces of plastic into this. First, we start off with this. Grab the thruster parts, attach right there. Then take the red part, line it up, pinch it in, and then the gold part, make sure you have it oriented the right way, like so. These two parts become one. These two parts become one. I said these two parts the heck is going on here? All right. Dum 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 dum. Thank God for the separator, huh? So like this. And then these two parts become one. All right. Cool. All right, and now we are finally getting to putting the legs together. So we're going to start off with this leg here. So it's the leg that goes on first. There you go. Means it's secured. And then we grab the other leg and we repeat the process. Man, the legs are freaking long, huh? Okay, and now we're gonna attach the skirts. That's gonna go right in the ball joint. So kinda hard. Okay, perfect. First one in, and now we're going to do the second one. Awesome. All right. And there it is. Legs assembled. Very nice. Now the back. Okay. And now if we were to attach, like we could attach the body now to see what it would look like, but we still have the back to do. Man, that is beautiful. All right, let's do a quick comparison. The Barbados just comes at the tea bag. High grades are the perfect size for Sinanju Master Grade to tea bag. That's beautiful.